Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, I'll be showing you how to on your Samsung Galaxy devices or any Android device if you have any issue, as I was recently having, where your device starts to become a little unresponsive and slow. Sometimes this issue can appear in different areas. For example, you might go into the camera, and when you hit the shutter button to, like, for example, take a picture, you notice it takes a very long time and there's a very noticeable delay before it takes the picture, and it's very slow. It could also show up in other areas, such as you're going through the interface, you notice there's extreme lag, or apps are opening very slow. Now, of course, these devices do slow down over time, especially if you have had them for at least a year and you're using it very excessively. All right, so I'm going to show you what you can do in case you're noticing a noticeable slowdown in your device. All right, so one of the first things you should do when you're noticing a lag, especially these devices are not slow, this is a flagship device. First thing you should do, guys, is just go ahead and do a restart. And of course, by restart, I mean that you go ahead and hold down the power button. And of course, either do a restart or a power off, and then you're going to power back on. By doing that, guys, you refresh the system, and of course, you should notice that your camera should start responding much faster, and of course, your device should become much more snappier. Next thing you can do, guys, is to, on Samsung devices, is to go into settings. Once you're in settings, you're going to go down to device care. Once you're in device care, guys, allow it to scan, and of course, once it scans, what's going to happen is that it should give you a score. The higher the better, the lower the worse. Then you're going to hit optimize. It's going to do its thing. And what's happening here is it's going to clean up your device. You're going to hit done. All right, so once you're finished, guys, it's going to optimize as seen here. And of course, you can see the various areas such as battery health, memory, and so on. All right, so for example, you can go into storage. Once you're in storage, guys, you should see or have a good idea how much of your storage is available. You should have at least, I recommend at least 25% of your storage, meaning do not exceed 25%. Your device does slow down if more than 25% is being used. If that is the case, go ahead and delete some stuff off your storage. The SD card is fine. You can actually use your SD card freely, but the available storage as part of the internal storage, it does need some free space to operate effectively. If you're using, say, almost 90% or going closer to the full 100, what's going to happen is that your device is going to have some noticeable slowdowns. Things you can do to free up space: you can go into your gallery, delete any unnecessary videos and pictures. You can also back up your pictures and videos onto another device, and then of course delete those, leave only the minimum amount. Next, you can actually go out to unused apps. So if you have a lot of apps, go ahead and uninstall the ones that are not being used. And of course, games take up a lot of space, so if games are not being used, to uninstall those as well. When you do that, guys, what's going to happen is that your device should free up a lot of space and your device should become very much more responsive. Next thing you can do, guys, is to free up some memory. Go ahead, look in your background apps by going through recent apps, and anything that's there that's not being effectively used. So for example, you have games in the background, go ahead and close them out. Once you do that, what should happen is that you should free up a lot of space. You can actually do close all if you want to, and of course the key thing is to get rid of the resource hogs, such as the games and so on that's in the background. So go through and selectively remove heavy hitting apps. And of course, once you do that, again, guys, it should free up lots of space. And of course, your device should be much more responsive. So the key thing is to, 1, free up space, 2, reboot your device so it gets a refresh, 3, remove background apps that are heavy on your device. And if all else fails, guys, it's probably recommended that you back up your device and do, in extreme cases, do a total reset. But of course, those are only in extreme conditions where your device is really bad. Another thing you can do, guys, is to also install a antivirus software. You can use various types. You can go to the Play Store, and what you can do, guys, is you can search for antivirus. Once you find an antivirus, guys, go ahead and install one. There's plenty of options. You choose one that's suitable for you. And once you install, guys, you can go ahead and scan your device. I've already scanned mine. And by doing a scan, it should search for rogue apps or apps that are infected. And once it finds any, it will show you how to remove them. You can remove those apps. And of course, bad apps can be removed. Next, make sure you update all your apps. It's a good idea to update your apps because outdated apps tend to make your device slow. They're not coded properly and they can cause issues. So make sure that your apps are up to date. You can check for updates right here. As you see here, I have an app update here. So it's a good idea to update all of those. Also, you can go to the Galaxy Store and update any apps that's found there as well. So if you have the Galaxy Store, you can do the same thing. So go into updates, check for updates. As you see here, I have two updates, one for the game launcher and one for Samsung Notes. So simply go through and update all of those. Once you do that, guys, your device should be kept up to date and running as efficiently as possible. And of course, guys, once you do all of those things, your device should return to a snappy state. Let's hope you don't have to actually do a reset, but once you do that, you should be good. All right, guys, so as always, this is Ricardo Gardner, basically showing you some tips that you can use to fix issues where your device is lagging, like for example on the camera, through apps and so on. All right, so it's Ricardo Gardner saying bye till next time. Bye.